How many thumbnails have you seen like this? Because I've seen like 4 in my subscription feed already. And now you guys get to see one more, mine. All right. Because you guys, when I saw this, I was literally like, I did a double take and was like, that palette looks familiar. So let's just take a peek, shall we? Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I am Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, today, as you can tell, I am going to be sharing my IMATS haul with you guys. I will say right off the bat, I don't feel like anything I got was like super exciting. I mean, I'm excited about the things I got, but they may or may not be, so I'm boring to you. Going right off the bat, I will say going into IMATS, I had a very small wish list. I had some things that I knew I wanted to repurchase that I had run out of. And then the other thing was that I really wanted to get makeup brushes this year. And granted, I do have a ton of makeup brushes, but what I wanted to do was look for specific types of makeup brushes, smaller makeup brushes, more detailed makeup brushes, as I'm trying to improve my makeup game. I don't know what's the word I'm thinking of, but as I'm trying to improve my makeup skills, I'm trying to learn and do different things. I'm wanting some more specific brushes, so that's kind of what I went into wanting to look for this year at IMATS. I also specifically told myself, like, you don't need eyeshadows. Do not buy eyeshadows. So that was not on my list. I will say I did end up getting some eyeshadows. I'll tell you why when I get into it, when I get to those. I made an exception. But because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, so many eyeshadows, I was like, I really literally do not need any more. I'm swamped and overwhelmed with eyeshadows. So I didn't get any you know, anything super exciting on that end, but I'm still very happy with the things I purchased, and I hope you guys find my haul interesting. Now, before I do get into my haul, I will say, for those of you guys who don't know, I go to IMATS. This is my third, or this was my third year going. I am very fortunate to go with the company that I work for and that I love, MBA Cosmetics. So they have a booth there every year, and I get flown out from California to New York to go work the MBA Cosmetics booth at IMATS, which is always so exciting for me, to go from a pretty small town here in Northern California to such a big city. And the flight is utterly exhausting. The trip is traveling is very exhausting, but luckily this year I didn't have any issues. Last year I had some issues with traveling and a canceled flight and things like that, and it was a mess and I was terrified. But this year was pretty great. The day that I left, it was pretty rainy and my flight was delayed, but I had a really awesome flight attendant, or attendant person when I was checking in, that helped me adjust my flights and everything, so I got home seamlessly, and so it was amazing. This year IMATS was really great. I got to meet a really great friend of mine who I've only really talked to online. Her name is Carol. I've done a collab with her here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. She's such a sweetheart, and it was so exciting to meet her in person for the first time, and she's just even more stunning in person than she is in real life. Her eyes, like, I kept staring at her eyes. It's like she was wearing contacts. Her eyes are just so stunning, but she's such a sweetheart. We talk all the time via social media and things like that, but to meet her in person was just so wonderful. She was also working IMATS one of the days at the MYOB cosmetics booth. I also got to have a really amazing dinner with another online friend who I've met the first time I went to IMATS. Her name is Dee Shore. She has a blog, Nerd and Lace, and does a lot of beauty, nerdy stuff, as well as wedding themed stuff. And so I got to go hang out with her one evening and do dinner, and she showed us around and rode the subway and did exciting things like that. And so I really had a blast this year. One of the girls I work with, her name is Sam. She also has an Instagram account and does the most amazing lip swatches. She works the MBA Cosmetics booth with us as well, and I just adore her. She's like a sister to me, and so we got to hang out the whole time, and so that was amazing. I absolutely love and enjoy my time at IMATS. Even though it's more work than pleasure, it definitely is very much so a pleasure for me to go there and enjoy that. I will say that I'm a little bit bummed because I knew, for one, that Raw Christy Beauty was going to be there. I tweeted her, asked asking her to please come by the NBA Cosmetics booth, hoping she might stop by so I can meet her, and I would have been so excited, but I didn't see her at all there, and I was so sad. I was really hoping to see her. Also, I knew some other people were going to be there, like Jen of Jen Loves Reviews, who I usually see. I think I've seen the last 2 years. I didn't see this year. I did see my friend Linda of Glitter Fallout here on YouTube, and we took a cute little boomerang together. And I saw that it would have been really cool to meet Georgia Harris here on YouTube. She was there, as well as Makeup Struggles. And after realizing they were there, I was like, oh my gosh, it would have been so cool to have met them. I did thought for 1 second that I caught a glimpse of Georgia Harris walking by me, but I'm fairly new to her channel and new to her, so I wasn't for sure if that was her, like seeing her in person. I was kind of walking by pretty quickly. I was trying to come back from my break and go to my booth. And I realized later when I saw that she had gone to IMATS that it probably was her, and I really wish I would have stopped her to meet her, because that would have been really neat too. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of, in a nutshell, tell you a little bit about IMATS and my experience, and just kind of get some things up, because I'm still just so excited and elated about it. But yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get down to what you came here for, to see the products that I purchased at IMATS. Hey guys, so I'm inserting this a few hours later because I don't feel like setting up my lighting, but I just realized that I totally forgot to include this in my haul. But this is the No Poreblem primer from Touch in Soul, and I was so excited about this. I can't believe I forgot it. I forgot it because I actually used it for my makeup today, and so I had it set aside with the products I was using and forgot to put it in my bag for my haul video. So I wanted to be sure to share with you because this stuff is amazing. I'm literally already in love with it. So here's what it looks like outside of its box, but I've used this only just a couple times, but seriously, it is so good. When I tested it at IMATS, I found this in the Ricky's NYC booth, which I believe is just like a local beauty store that carries all kinds of different makeup brands and products. But I had looked at it and I was like, I think I remember hearing someone talk about this, or several beauty YouTubers talk about this like a long time ago, and saying it was amazing, and remember wanting to try it. So when I saw it, I was like very interested, tested it on my hand, and my skin felt amazing. I also asked the lady who was working there if this actually helped prolong your makeup too, and she says it does. And the couple times that I've worn it, it really truly does help your makeup last longer, go on smoother, just look flawless and beautiful. I actually talk more about this in my makeup tutorial video for the makeup I'm wearing today, which will be up probably later this week. But I am so happy I got this, and I'm so excited about it. I definitely had to come on here again and make sure I included this in my haul, because this is like something I'm so excited about having purchased. Okay, so almost everything I purchased fits in this tiny little bag, even though I got this ginormous IMATS bag, but there are some more products in there. But I did stop by the Too Faced Cosmetics booth, and I only purchased one thing. They were having 40% off at their booth. I was really, really hoping that they would have their Chocolate Soleil bronzer there so I can buy it. I mentioned in one of my videos what my why I don't do project panning videos, that I was considering buying a regular full-size one, even though I do have a backup of the deluxe size sample one. But I was like, I really don't need it because the deluxe samples last so long. But I thought when I saw Too Faced there that if they had it and it was 40% off, I would totally get it. But unfortunately, they did not have it. The only bronzer they had was like a really shimmery, their gold bronzer or something like that, and I wasn't about it. But since I was over there, I did go ahead and pick up one of their Lip Injections Extreme Lip Plumping Lip Glosses, because I love those. You guys know I love my lip plumping lip glosses, and this one's one of my favorites. So I did pick up that while I was there. It did have a box in it, but I took it out and used it already, so that's why it's not in its box anymore. Oh. Here's the box, there's the box, throw that away. Next up are two brushes that I bought. They're dirty because I used them today for this look. I actually wasn't planning on buying, even though it was specifically going for brushes, I wasn't planning on buying such expensive brushes, but Sam and I were walking around, and she's like, I kind of want to check out the Smith booth and see what kind of deals they have. I'm not sure how much these cost originally, but they were $20 each, which I feel like it's probably a good deal. At least that's what I'm telling myself. But like I said, I wasn't planning on originally purchasing Smith brushes, but I thought because I'm there and I specifically wanted to get makeup brushes and step up my makeup skills and my makeup game, I thought, you know, why not? Looking at it, getting, you know, the brushes being $20, in my opinion, since I was going for brushes, that wasn't much. I remember the year before, or 2 years, my first time going, I stopped at the Smith brush booth and they told me the prices and I was like, I'm not doing that. But like I said, again, this year I went specifically for brushes and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna splurge and get these brushes. And so far I'm so glad I did. I really love them. I just got 2 brushes. I got the Smith 232 brush, which is kind of like a fluffy blending brush that has a slight taper. And then I got the Smith 230, which is a lot smaller and more tapered blending brush. And what the girl said was that this one's great for really putting down the product and laying it down where you want, and this one's really great for really just diffusing that color out and kind of softening it up. And that's kind of exactly what I was looking for in makeup brushes, so it's like, why not? And I actually use these 2 brushes, like I already said, for this look today, and really these were pretty much the only 2 brushes I used for this look, and I've been loving them. I'm so glad that I purchased them. They are very spendy, but I'm really glad I got them. Next up, I got a couple things from the Makeup Forever booth. This, I kind of originally thought I would purchase a few more things from Makeup Forever, but then when I got there, I kind of felt somewhat like overwhelmed and then also underwhelmed at the same time. So I just kind of wasn't sure. I have a lot of products from Makeup Forever. It's one of my favorite brands. It's a really great brand, but I wasn't sure what I really needed. But one thing I knew for sure I needed was another one of my Ultra HD foundation sticks. I love this stuff. I purchased one of these last year at IMATS and pretty much almost out of it. I mean, it's like down to like the little nubbin of it, and I knew I wanted to purchase a backup. And they also do 40% off of their booth during IMATS, and they'll give you 50% off if you buy 5 items or whatever. So I thought about purchasing 5 items, but then I was like, I decided not to. So I just got this foundation stick. I'm in the shade Y325, and then I did get one more thing. I got their Mist and Fix setting spray. I had received kind of like a sample or a deluxe sample size in a PR package from Makeup Forever, and I actually really liked it, so I wanted to purchase the full size. Okay, next up, back to more brushes. I decided to stop by the Morphe Brushes booth, and I picked up, as you can see, several brushes. Some of them I got duplicates of just because it's nice to have extras and not have to wash my brushes so quickly. And I don't know if you can tell, but pretty much all of them are pretty precise type of brushes, or smaller tapered blending brushes, but they're all that detailed, precise type of brushes. So I'm going to try to look at the numbers. I got the 2 of the M507 brushes, which are just these very, let me take them out of their wrapper real quick. Okay, I'm zooming in so you guys can see them a little bit better, but I got 2 of the M507 brushes, which, as you can see, it's a blending brush, but it comes to a point. It's almost like a pencil brush, but it's a little bit more fluffy and a little bit more like, it looks like it could be a really great blending brush that really could get like a detail in there like a pencil brush, but some blending too. And I got 2 of those. And then these ones I only got 1 each of. This is the E19, which is actually described as a lip brush, but I thought it might be good for kind of getting some detail or packing on glitter very detailed wise. It would be a great lip brush too, but I don't know, I'm thinking about like precision and detail stuff for the eyes, so that's why I wanted to get that. And I only needed 1, so I just grabbed 1. And then this one is just kind of like a blender. I didn't feel like I needed 2 of these either because I wasn't sure if I'd really like it, but this is the E17. It looks like this. It's kind of more of a domed, dense blending brush, but still small, which is, again, what I was looking for. Then I got 2 of these, which is kind of weird. I don't know what my thinking was because this looks really similar to the other lip brush that I got only 1 of. But I got 2 of these. I don't know, I felt like I needed 2 of them apparently. But this is, this is the M170-6. And it looks like this, just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I thought it would be good for concealer or something like that. I don't know, but I got 2 of those too. Oh, this one I think is going to be really cool. This is the M562. I got 2 of these as well, but as you can see, look how tiny it is. It is a like fluffy kind of blender, but it's teeny tiny, and I think it'll just be really good for that detailed work. Again, that's what I was looking for, detailed work brushes. And I got 2 of those. And then lastly, I got another kind of more detailed one. This looks similar to the M507, but this is the M506, and again, it's kind of like a pencil brush, but a little bit fluffier, just like the other one, but this one's just a little bit bigger, a little bit fluffier than the M507 that I first showed, and I did get 2 of those. So in addition to that, I got 2 more things from Morphe. The Jaclyn Hill palette was there. Let me zoom back out. The Jaclyn Hill palette was there, and I thought about maybe making an exception and getting it, but it wasn't even on sale. It was still $38 there, and so I just was like, and again, like I was thinking, like, no, Maria, you said no shadows, do not get shadows. You don't need a palette. You don't need the Jaclyn Hill palette, even though everybody loves it and raves about it. Just like calm yourself down, don't get it. So I did it. I was good. I didn't get any palettes from Morphe. I was tempted though. But what I did get, because Sam was shopping with me and the girls swatched these on Sam, and I was like, what are those? And they were only $9. So basically these are the Master Metallics Cream Eyeshadows. I had not seen anything about these, and I tried to look them up, and apparently this is from their holiday collection with that Dare to Dream palette. I think that's what it's called, Dare to Dream palette. But I had not seen anybody talk about these. I looked on their Instagram. I tried to scroll way back to like the holidays when they released that collection. Don't see anything about these on there, and I don't know why, because they're beautiful. Basically, they look like this, and they kind of look like lipsticks, but they're cream eyeshadows, and they're metallic. They're kind of similar to like the Stila Glitter and Glow glitters, you know, that whole liquid glitter shadows things, and I just think they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. And I'm kind of like bummed to see that I don't find them anywhere on the website or on their Instagram, like almost like they don't exist. And so I don't know, because they seem like a really awesome product. I mean, look, it's like a metallic liquid shadow. They're beautiful. They dry beautifully. They're pretty long, like the swatches were long lasting. Oh, it's so pretty. This one is bronze. The first one I swatched, I think, is copper. Yeah, copper. And then the last one is gold. And I just thought that these would make really beautiful looks. So I got, you can see those. I got those. I thought they were really pretty. So have any of you guys heard of these at all? Like, I'm not super into Morphe or like super into looking at all their stuff and things like that. So I'm not like in the know about all things Morphe, but I was surprised to not see these anywhere on their Instagram or really see anyone use them. And I hadn't, I mean, I'd seen that Dare to Dream palette. It was gorgeous. I was tempted to get that. That one wasn't there, but just like when it came out during the holidays, I was like, it is beautiful. It is brilliant with the bigger transition shades in the middle. I thought it was just stunning, but I don't remember at all seeing these as part of their holiday collection at all, or even hearing anybody talk about it. So I don't know. But anyways, moving on, the last thing I got from Morphe is their highlight and contour beauty sponge. Funny thing is, as I was doing this makeup look in this tutorial, I was talking about how I've been too lazy to use makeup sponges because I've been too lazy to get them wet and do all the stuff that you need to do for using a beauty sponge, which isn't much, but like when you have a brush to just use there, you don't have to get wet or anything. That's what I've been doing because it's been quicker and easier, and I've been just too lazy. But saying that, I still got a brand new sponge. Anyways, I was kind of drawn in because they had one out for display, and I touched it and it felt so soft, and I was like, ooh. I was like, what is this? Like, not, I mean, I knew what it was, but I kind of just came in my mouth. I was just like, ooh, what is this? And then the lady who was there working in the booth was like, that's Bae, meet Bae, this is Bae. And I was like, oh, okay, if this is Bae, then I guess I need Bae. Like, it just kind of got sucked in. She seemed really sweet, the gal who was helping us. And, you know, I don't know, I was really impressed with the way this felt. It felt really soft, felt really nice. I really like the shape of it. Okay, that took some strength, but I got it out of the box. The way it feels is like it feels so nice. So I was really impressed with it. I really like the shape. It's like tapered on. Some of you guys who are more familiar with Morphe are probably really familiar with this sponge, but I wasn't that familiar. But I love that it's tapered on both sides, and it's got the point, and it just feels, it feels really great for a sponge. So yeah, I did get this. And actually I lied. I actually did get one more thing from Morphe, but I don't have it with me because I gave it to my daughter. They had, what are they called? Oh, I'm dropping stuff. They had these things, Popsockets. They had a Morphe Popsocket, and they were just $3, which normally these are like $10. So I saw it at the register, and the girl at the register was like, would you like to buy a Popsocket? They're only $3. And I was like, okay, because that's pretty cheap, and I knew my daughter needed a new one, so I did buy her that. And she was actually really excited because she follows James Charles, and she was like, Mom, I have the same Popsocket as James Charles. And I was like, don't you have the coolest mom? So anyway, so that was all I got from Morphe, and let's see what else I got. Oh, look at my hair. What is, like, my hair? I mean, it's freshly washed today, and I just kind of put it in a bun for a little bit to let it air dry, and then let it out of the bun to let it air dry, and this is what's happening. It's totally like lion mane, like, happening. Which actually I'm glad. I feel like it looks nicer now than it did in New York. There's something about the water in New York that was making my hair look like trash. Like, freshly washed, even my dirty hair looked like trash. And usually my best hair days are on dirty hair days, but my hair looked like garbage in New York. Not a fan of New York water or weather. Just saying. Alright, so moving on. The next things I got were from the BH Cosmetics booth. And these actually are not for me. I bought these for my daughter, but I did get her the BH Signature Rose Gold 13-piece brush set. And it does come, I believe, with a case, like a rectangular case. I kind of was also willing to make an exception on eyeshadows at the BH booth, because I was kind of hoping that maybe they would have their brand new festival palette there, but they did not. So I was sad. But instead I just got the brush set, this little brush set for my daughter. I asked her if she wanted or needed anything makeup wise or beauty wise that I could grab her while I was at an IMATS, and she said she wanted more makeup brushes, so I just bought her this set. It's a cute little set. BH brushes are actually really, really nice. And so then I didn't realize it, but I looked at my bag later, and this was in there, so it must have been like a freebie they threw in, and it's the BH Studio Pro Eye and Lip Makeup Remover. So I thought that was nice to have that as kind of a bonus item. So one more thing for me to try from BH Cosmetics, or I might give it to my daughter as well because she usually struggles with getting her makeup off. She uses waterproof mascara. I do not, so she usually struggles with that. And then these kind of oil-based removers are usually really good for waterproof mascaras, so I might give that to her as well. All right, moving on. Okay, let me see. I got just a few more things left. So I got these fun shadows. Like, look at these colors. They're so vibrant and pretty. These are Stilazzi matte eyeshadows. And I actually didn't purchase these. I went to the Stilazzi was in the Friends Beauty booth. It was like Friends Beauty and Stilazzi. Stilazzi, the brand I'm not super familiar with, but I went and stood in the line because Friends Beauty usually has really great deals. Like, they carry other brands like Milk Cosmetics and Jouer and The Balm and just different things, and sometimes they have really, really great deals on those items. Like last year I purchased a melt stack for super cheap, and so me and Sam wanted to go and check out the booth to see if they had any other good deals, and she also wanted to buy a melt stack this year. Anyway, so while we were standing in this Stilazzi line, there was a girl there holding a little bucket of eyeshadows and was like, if you follow us on Instagram, you can get a free eyeshadow. So if you follow Friends Beauty or Stilazzi or both, you get a shadow for each one you follow. So I followed both of them and got 2 free shadows, and I'm actually really excited to use them. I wanted to pick out shadows that are like unique to my collection, ones I don't have. I don't have a matte vibrant, like, what is this, corally pink, or a matte minty green, so I'm really excited. I want to do something fun with these. Next up, is something that I actually did not purchase at IMATS, but while I was in New York, I went to the Sephora in New York, which is super huge. I think there's probably more than one. I can't remember which one I went to, but my friend Dee, it was when I went out with Dee, she said it's the biggest one. And so we, of course, like had to go in there, and I picked up the Stila Glitter on the Go set, and I'm so excited about it because I had purchased a full size of the Stila, what is it, Sea Siren shade. I don't really like it. I keep trying to use it, keep hoping I will like it, and I don't like it. I originally really wanted to get this little set, a mini set of them, because the colors are just more my kind of colors that I would prefer. And also I would think that the mini, and I know actually now because I did use one of these a couple days ago, tried to try it out to see if I still really hate the Stila liquid glitters or if it was just maybe that one full size that I had. I do like these mini ones better. The size is a lot better. I feel like you can't get as precise as you can with like the Pure Cosmetics Quick Pro glitters. I love the applicator on that it's not fluffy, it's more like a silicone applicator. This one is fluffy, so you can't get as precise as I would prefer, so I do have to go in with a brush when I use these, but I definitely like these a lot better. I definitely think that these ones are a lot more opaque and beautiful, and I like that they're smaller size. And I think the trio itself, it's like $25, and a full size one is $24. And I feel like this is definitely a better deal because I know I personally probably won't use up the full size of one of these, even if it were a color I actually liked. So I'd rather have more in a variety that's smaller to use for pretty much the same price. So I was really happy about that. I also got a little tiny, look how tiny this is, it's tiny, the Milk Makeup, what is this? Blur stick, I think. Oh yeah, here it is. Blur stick, it says. It's so tiny. I've been wanting to try Milk makeup products. They've kind of been on my radar a little bit, but not enough to like make a single separate purchase or whatever, like online because of shipping and stuff like that. But they've been on my radar as something I've been really curious to try, especially the Blur stick. Been really curious about that. So while we were in Sephora, I saw it and I tested it on my hand. I was like, ooh, that feels so nice. But at the same time, I didn't want to buy a full size in case I didn't like it. So I was excited to see they had these little minis. It's like $14 for this, which is still pretty expensive, but I was really curious to try. So if I like it, I might purchase the full size and try a few other things from the brand. But yeah, I got that while I was in New York at Sephora. And then, okay, and then here we go with the eyeshadows that I bought, you guys. Okay, this is a brand that I think is fairly new. I think the guy we talked to at the booth said that they're like about a year, maybe just a year old. Oh, I have one more thing in here. Oh, I forgot. I actually have a couple more things than I thought. Oh, let me, hold on. Okay, I kind of gather my thoughts because I got distracted that I forgot that I had purchased other things, but I will get to those in a minute. Let's get back to, I bought 2 palettes. Okay, I purchased these on the very last day. I purchased these on Sunday. I saw them on Friday when Sam and I were shopping around, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tempted by these because they look so cute. They look very familiar, I'm going to tell you right now. And I was like, I don't know. And I kept saying, I told myself I wasn't buying shadows. But then on the last day on Sunday, I still had a little bit of money left, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give these a shot because for one, I think they look so cute. And I feel like they deserve some recognition for one. Okay, this is a brand that I think I started saying and that got distracted, but it's only been around for about a year. They're very new. They're called Rude Cosmetics. I'd never heard of them before, but their booth was super cute. They had some super cute items. The guy who was working there and talked to us was really funny and really sweet and really helpful. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy these. I think this seems like a cool brand. And when I show you these, you might be having the same thoughts that I had. Let me just say. but we'll get to that in a minute. First, let me just show you the packaging, because this is really what did it in for me. This is really what got me to purchase, because if it had been any other plain packaging, I would have said no. So here's what they look like. Are they not like the most adorable things ever? Okay. Let's just discuss the packaging first before I get into the eyeshadows. But this one is the Makeup with Attitude, so that's Rude Cosmetics. So it's the best-selling fiction novel, Return of the Jet Eyeshadows. So Return of the Jet Eyeshadows. How cute is that play on words? I love punny things. So this is what it looks like. It's got a sleeve, and then I'm not going to open it just yet because we gotta get to that. And then this one I thought was super adorable. I had to get it because it's got a cute unicorn on it. This is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. This is the Fairytale palette, and it's a 35 shadow eye palette. So here again is kind of like what it looks like. It looks like a book. It's super, super cute. Now I'm gonna open this one up and show you, because this one isn't as familiar, but so here's what it looks like. You have the table of contents here, which is really cute. So you have chapter 1, Dreaming of Flight, chapter 2, White Monster, chapter 3, Up, Up and Away, chapter 4, Bridge of Life, and chapter 5, Awake from a Dream. And so here's what it looks like. These are really pretty shades, I think, and I swatched them and they swatch and feel beautiful. And I just think it's a really fun idea, a fun palette. I will say, now here's where I'm going to get into what's interesting about these palettes, is that these are definitely the type of palette that is probably, let's just say, reminiscent of Crown brushes and Morphe brushes and those type of 35 shadow palettes. So my guess is they probably are private label shadows, the same kind that are very, very similar to Crown brush and Morphe brushes. And usually if I see something like that, I'm not super inclined to purchase. It's not that I think they're bad quality. It's not, I think I've tried Crown brushes palettes and Morphe brushes palettes, and I think they are nice. It's not that private label is not good quality. I definitely think there's lots of products that are private label, lots of brands that carry the private label that you might not even know, but I kind of have an eye for it, but that's still good quality. But when you see it and it's just like a plain palette, like the ones that Crown brush carries, or even the ones that Morphe carries, with the exception of the Jaclyn Hill palette, which they actually did something with, where it's not just a plain black case that has their name on it. They're just plain. They're just the shadows in a plain case. But because I saw these and was like, they did something with this. They made it their own. They took and made this creative packaging, and it's actually really affordable. I got these for $15, I think. That was the sale price at IMATS, but I want to say that the full price is like $30. I don't want to, I'll put a price on the screen, so don't quote me, but I feel like it's still a very affordable brand. But what drew me in is that they really did something with the packaging, and I felt like they deserve recognition for that, because they didn't just take a 35 pen palette and just slap their name on it and go, here you go, we're going to start selling this private label palette. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe these aren't private label, but I kind of have a feeling they are. But what I feel like they deserve recognition for, and what is really cool, is because there's not many brands that really put a creative spin on their products and their packaging, and this brand really does. A lot of their other packaging and stuff is really fun and really creative too. I think it's a really cool brand that I'm excited to get more familiar with, and I'm hoping that to try more from them maybe in the future after I try these palettes. So anyways, I just thought it was really creative. I love the storyteller book type of packaging. So let's go ahead and get back to the Return of the Jedi shadow palette. Because you guys, when I saw this, I was literally like, I did a double take and was like, that palette looks familiar. So let's just take a peek, shall we? So I'm going to take this off, but tell me if this palette at all looks familiar. I don't know about you, but when I first saw it, I thought it was the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. Now, it could be that they just kind of copycatted the same shadow colors and put it in their own palette, because I'm not super familiar with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and if this is exactly like a dupe of it, but it's very, very similar. And so like I said, I had stopped by the Morphe booth and was contemplating getting the Jaclyn Hill palette, but again, it wasn't on sale, and I had told myself, no, you're not getting more shadows. But when I had saw this or remembered this, I decided to go ahead and go back on the third day and pick it up, because I was like, you know what, I love the packaging. I am in love with this packaging. I love what they did with it. The shadows feel amazing. They're probably just as good quality as Morphe brushes, and from the swatches and things that I felt around with it, it felt great, and the colors are beautiful. So yeah, that's the thing I did. That's the exception I made. I think it's a really cute brand. Love what they did with the packaging and making it their own and making it really fun. And one thing that the guy who was there was like, you know, we were talking about the packaging and the things that they have and stuff like that, and he was like, well, our brand is called Rude Cosmetics, so we kind of we go off of that. We're Rude Cosmetics, so we kind of just do our own thing. We do what we want. And I just thought it was so funny and so clever, and I appreciated that about them. I appreciated their like attitude and honesty and things like that. And so yeah, I had to make a purchase from them. All right. That was really long. Hopefully you guys found it interesting as I did, but I did make another purchase from the brand MYOB. I mentioned earlier in the video that I got to meet my friend Carol, and she was working at the MYOB booth, so I actually stopped by and purchased some things. I know this is a very new brand as well. It is a woman-owned brand, and I know I've seen Carol and a few of my other influencer friends using this brand, but I never tried anything from them, so I wanted to go over there and make a purchase and support them. So I did pick up a lip gloss and I got a free highlighter. They had this cute little like spin the wheel thing when you made a purchase and you could get something for free. So I purchased this lip gloss because I've been loving lip glosses lately, and I got the shade Sugar Snap. It's a really gorgeous opaque kind of dark pink nude shade. Maybe you see it right there. So I wanted to try one of their glosses, and then I spun the wheel and got a free mini highlighter, and this highlighter is really like blingy. So this is the shade Intense. I'm gonna do a little swatch for you guys so you can see like how beautiful it is. So look how pretty that is. I don't know if you could really tell. My camera's not picking it up well, but it's a very creamy, very beautiful highlighter. I'm really excited to use this because they are a very small new brand, and I wanted to show some support to them. Okay, and we're finally down to the last few things. So I of course had to grab a few things from my own booth, the NBA Cosmetics booth. I pretty much always have pretty much everything they have, everything they come out. Oftentimes I receive it first before it's released, or when it's released the owner will send me almost all of the new items on all the shades. But there were a few new items that she hadn't gotten around to sending me yet that I had to pick up. So I'm really excited to announce that they are releasing some really awesome magnetic palettes that they designed themselves. So they are going to be releasing soon, if not already by the time this video goes up, a new 4-pan Freestyle palette like this. And it's super cute, so it's very sleek. It has the NBA Cosmetics logo on the front, but then right here, when you open it up, it has this holographic saying that says, "Dream big, sparkle more, shine bright," and it's super, super cute. I just think it looks so, so pretty. They also are coming out with a bigger palette as well that's like this. Again, it has the logo on the front. And then when you open it up, it says, "Dream big, sparkle more, shine bright." The same thing, but it's just a little bit bigger. And it's in this really pretty holographic kind of foiled writing. So, so cute. Alright, and then I had to get a few more shades of their new Bling It On liquid glitters. I was sent, I think, 4 or 5 of the shades before they launch, and I think by the time this video goes up, they should be live on the website to purchase. I know several of you guys are really excited about them. I'm excited about them. I used one of them on in my look today, and I already have a tutorial on them, as well as a separate video all about some new products from NBA Cosmetics. But anyways, there were a few shades that I really, really wanted to get while I was there. So this is the shade Supernova, which is a silver holographic glitter shade. Then the shade Sky Stone, tone, which doesn't look like much, but it's so pretty. It's so much prettier when worn than when you look at it in the tube, but it's kind of got a mixture of like brown, copper, and turquoise glitters in it. It's so pretty. And then the shade Magnetic, which again doesn't look like much in the tube, but when it's applied, it's so beautiful. And this one is kind of like a more darker, kind of gray and gold with little bits of black and then dark blue glitter sparkles in it as well. It's just really pretty, and I just wanted a variety of those liquid glitters because I'm already literally obsessed with them and love them. I think I might even go as far to say I like them better than the Chromalites, and I think they're going to be a huge hit for those who are intimidated by glitter or are worried about fallout, because you get zero fallout with these. They last, and like literally I wore them for IMATS, and I did my makeup at 5 in the morning, and we didn't end up going home till close to 9 or 10 a couple of the nights, and my makeup looked just as flawless, just as perfect as it did when I first applied, so I love those. Then I went ahead and had to pick up a couple more of their Glitsticks in the shades that I didn't have. Again, in that video I talked about the new products from MYOB Cosmetics. I did talk about these Glitsticks and did some swatches, but there were a couple shades that I didn't have yet, so I got the shade Nova, which is like a really pretty silver glitter, and then I got the shade Karina, which is more of a like pinky purpley glitter, and these are glitter lipstick toppers, so I'll have to do some swatches and show you guys up close. While we're here doing close-ups, let's take a look at these. Can you look at these? I'm so impressed. Like, look at this. These are so good. Why were nobody talking about these, and why are these not still available? Look at this. So impressed. No fallout or anything. Like, it's just, I love these already. So impressed with these from Morphe. And then they are actually reformulating their highlighters, and the formula is so good, so creamy, so beautiful. And so I had to pick up one of their new highlighters, and this is the shade Peach Glow. It's stunning. It's kind of a goldish pinky peach highlighter. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna have to zoom you guys in before I touch it. I want to show you guys a close-up of how it looks, but it's so beautiful, and I'll do a swatch for you guys as well. But the formula is so creamy, so nice. They are going to be reformulating some of the other shades. I know someone had left a comment and asked about Pastel Princess, and actually we got several comments about Pastel Princess at the booth asking if we had it, because it's not on the site right now, but that is because it is being reformulated, and so it will be back up on the site soon with, you know, the new highlighters and the new shades that Sherry has, the owner has reformulated and recreated. So those will be up soon, but these, perfect. And then lastly, from MYOB Cosmetics, I did grab 4 of their Sweet Kisses lip scrubs. These are so good. Some of the best lip scrubs out there, and so affordable. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a yummy lip scrub that will do your lips right, that won't break the bank, check out MYOB Cosmetics. They have several scents and flavors that are just delicious, and they really exfoliate your lips really nicely with what are they called, jojoba beads, or yeah, jojoba beads. So it's a gentle exfoliation, but it's also a very emollient, kind of buttery formula. So as you exfoliate and slough off the dead, you know, the dead skin and exfoliate your lips, you're left with almost like a lip balm type of product left on your lips. It leaves your lips very moisturized, very buttery smooth, and just feels so nice. So I really recommend them. But I had to grab some of the new flavors they're coming out with, and that is Wild Blueberry. All of these smell so good. Cherry Blast. I love cherry flavored and scented things. Juicy Fruit, which literally smells exactly like the gum Juicy Fruit. It's so yummy. And then Raspberry, which I also absolutely love raspberry flavors and scents. I also love blueberry flavored scents and flavors as well. That's why I got all 3 of these. I mean all 4 of these. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you guys can see what they look like up close, because they're really, really pretty as well. Alright, and that wraps it up for this video. I know it's a super long one, but I do hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about my trip and seeing all the things that I purchased at IMATS. I'm actually super excited about a lot of the products I got, even though some of them might not seem super exciting, but I'm very excited about them. I can't wait to put them to use, create some tutorials with some of the new items like the palettes and things like that. But anyways, with all that being said, enough of my rambling. We're gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes!